Ready? Good evening. I call to order this regular joint meeting of the Minnehaha County and Dell Rapids Planning Commissions, and I will begin with a few introductory comments. I am the chair for the Minnehaha County Planning and Zoning, and Tom Schweibach is for the Dell Rapids Planning Commission. As a courtesy to everyone here tonight, please make sure that all cell phones are turned off. Please note that tonight's Planning Commission meeting will be rebroadcast via CityLink and posted on the www.minnehahacounty.org site for viewing by the general public. The two planning commissions work together on land use and zoning matters within the rural area surrounding the city. This area is displayed on the screen. When this joint hearing is completed, the joint Dell Rapids and County Planning Commission will adjourn, and the next regular meeting will begin to consider items beyond the joint zoning jurisdiction with Dell Rapids. Any final action taken on the conditional use permit applications tonight will take effect 5 working days following this meeting unless a written appeal of the Planning Commission's decision is filed in the Planning Office by Tuesday, July 5th at 5 p.m. In the event of an appeal, the decision will be referred to the County Commission and the City Council for a joint hearing on Tuesday, July 19th at or after 9 a.m. The affected parties will be notified of the meeting date, and meetings of the Joint County Commission and Dell Rapids City Council are held in the Commission meeting room at the County Administrative Building. First on the agenda is public input. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on an item that is not on the agenda? For the regular agenda, we will follow our normal hearing procedure by requesting planning staff to present a report on each item and then request the petitioner to come to the podium and make a statement or answer any questions. Anyone from the audience wishing to address the item shall be recognized by the chair, move to the podium, and state their name and address for the record. The Planning Commission will then discuss the matter and take appropriate action. The first item is the approval of the minutes of the August 23rd, 2021 meeting. I'm told that there needs to be a correction on that.
On page 3.
Oh yeah, page 3 on a motion.
Yep.
Commissioner, it's about the second paragraph. Commissioner Hoff made this motion for the city. The motion was seconded by the commissioner. It says Hoff, but it should be Klein. But the motion did pass.
Madam Chair,
Becky?
I move that we change or amend the minutes to have the second from Commissioner Klein.
I'll second that.
Okay. I have a motion and second on the county side to approve the minutes with the change. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Motion passes on the county side.
Do we have a motion to make the change?
Motion to make that change to the minutes.
Ludens makes the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Klein second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Item number 2 is conditional use permit 22-45 to allow an automotive sales and repair shop on the property legally described as Track 1B. There is an exception of the south 250 feet, and that's the end of the exception, Wellberg's Addition, southeast quarter, section 16, and the northeast quarter, section 21, all in Township 104 North, Range 49 West, Dell Rapids Township. Petitioner is Rowdy Olson. Property owner is Sean Lensing. Location is 24690 475th Avenue. Kevin?
Good evening, Kevin Hookman, County Planning Department. Oops, I left my clicker. The first item is a conditional use permit to allow automotive sales and a repair shop on the described property. The property is located within an industrial zoned area south of Dell Rapids. I'll bring up the map here. Right there. The properties to the north and south are also zoned light industrial, and then across the highway is a large lot residential subdivision. The property has an existing warehouse and shop building with an overhead door on the site. The driveway is composed of a large parking area, has a large parking area with a quartz-site gravel in the driveway and parking, and which was constructed prior to hard surfacing requirements in the county. This property has had a long history of uses, including conditional uses. In the year 2000, motor vehicle sales was approved for the site. In 2004, a conditional use permit was approved for auto body site, and then the site was used for welding shop and service company since then. The previous permits from 2000 and 2004 have expired through inactivity of that specific use. The petitioner has submitted this site plan that's up on the screen. This is the same site plan that was used in the year 2000 request because the site has not changed significantly. I should point out that there is a 15-foot buffer on this plan. And that 15-foot buffer is part of a requirement for the ordinance to have a 15 feet between the property line and any parking on the property. And when I show you the photos, you'll see that there has been kind of an encroachment into that 15 feet buffer. So staff is requesting or recommending a condition to fix that buffer area and plant grass or landscaping in that buffer area. The use generally conforms to the neighboring uses. To the north of it is the Dell Rapids Maintenance Shop, and then the south is other warehouses and other shop type uses. And I should bring up that the county and the city of Dell Rapids staff has understood that the petitioner of this request owns an automotive recycling operation in Moody County. This location, it has brought up some concerns that there might be junk vehicles being stored on the site. This location is appropriate for vehicle sales, but it may not be appropriate for auto recycling. And staff would like to see a condition also included that the vehicles on the site be turnkey operational and available to move at any time on their own power. Any inoperable vehicles can be stored inside the building in the shop area. So there are several conditional use permit criteria, and I'll just kind of run through them real quick. How this property fits within the uses of current in the area and the future uses of the area. This is in an industrial park that is going to likely remain industrial park in the future. It's along a busy highway. And it's high visibility, in which case a use such as a used car lot would be a valuable space for a used car lot. The utilities and roads and drainage on the property, the site is already developed. It has an existing building and utilities. It uses the shared driveway with the neighboring property to the south, and the drainage will not change with the current use. The property does have off-street parking, and as I discussed earlier, with the 15-foot setback as written in the staff report. That the measures taken to control offensive odors and fumes and dust and noise, vibration and lighting. A standard condition for the operations like this is to have all new or replacement lighting to be pointed downward and cut off to prevent glare. And this is the one concern with any sort of automotive repairs is that any oil or automotive fluids must be stored inside to prevent any sort of runoff into water or other hazards. And then health, safety, and general welfare. This proposed use of the property is for automotive sales and should have reasonable conditions to prevent any negative effects, but the use in the industrial area is compatible. Staff is recommending approval with 11 conditions, and I'll just note that condition number 3, the conditions should read, no inoperable vehicles shall be stored outside at any time. All vehicles must be turnkey operational and capable of driving on its own power. And at that, I will show you a few photos of the site. You can see there the Kruger welding sign that will be reused for the operation in the building in the background. You'll see that there's some kind of gravelly area, and I believe it's a wood stop for the driveway that goes all the way up to the property line, or very close to it where that post is at. So that would have to be 15 feet back from where the property line is located. And this is looking towards the driveway south. You'll see the highway, and again, a little bit of a view of the front property yard. This is looking north along the highway, and you can see the Dell Rapids maintenance shop on the right. And this is looking more towards the maintenance shop, and you can see a portion of the building with the overhead door. And this would be on the south side of the building. The landowner had a couple trailers parked there when I visited the site, and everything else is pretty much cleared out of the property. And then just for reference, the south property, when I visited the site, does appear to have some inoperable vehicles, and staff will be working to correct any violations on this property as well if that comes up. So I'll bring it back to the site plan. And I am available for any questions.
Any questions for him?
Questions?
It's not at this time.
Just a quick question here. I just want to be sure the basis for enforcing that 15-foot setback, is that based on the new conditional use permit being applied for?
Well, not necessarily. The 15-foot setback is a requirement of the ordinance, and just through reviewing of the conditional use permit, we've become aware that the 15-foot setback was not being followed in previous years. So requiring some sort of a landscaping or grass buffer for that 15 feet is just a way to ensure that it continues to be maintained.
Okay.
Anyone else? Guess not at this time. Is the petitioner here? Will you please step forward and state your name and address?
Hi, I'm Kara Kubik, and I am, I guess, the office manager, mother-in-law, helper of my son-in-law that is going to be running this business. I live in Dell Rapids, South Dakota, at 407 East 7th Street.
Did you state your name, ma'am?
My name is Kara Kubik.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions for her? I guess not at this time. We may ask you to come back, though.
Okay.
Anyone else in the audience care to address this item?
Madam Chair,
Jeff?
in the absence of anyone objecting to this project, I guess I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, I have a motion and second on the county side to approve the conditional use permit 22-45. All those in favor on the county side?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Do we have a motion on the city side?
I'll make a motion.
A second.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any old business? Any new business?
Madam Chair, I move adjournment.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn on the county side. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. Second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.